Welcome, everyone. Today we have with us Michaela Canterbury, author of Sister Siren, a nonfiction about addiction, a field guide on how to love an addict. Welcome, Michaela.
Thank you.
Why did you write this book?
I felt compelled to write this book. There's a quote by Toni Morrison that says, if you don't have the book that you need, it's your duty to write it. And that's exactly what I did. And this book shines light on the misunderstood aspects of addiction, rehab, relapse, and recovery. It's my hope that this book provides strength, courage, and compassion to those that need it.
Over the course of sharing your journey while writing this book, what are some of the surprising things you discovered?
The most surprising thing that I discovered is that I wasn't alone. When my sister was in active addiction, I felt that this was only happening to me and that I'm the only one that loves an addict. And I realized that addiction touches the lives of many people. And if we continue to share our stories, we're really all connected. That was what surprised me the most in writing this. I was never alone, and I felt that I was.
Is reaching out important? Because a lot of people feel alone when they are involved in this kind of a situation.
Absolutely. And I think that that's part of the mystique, if you will, around addiction, is that the people that are going through it, whether it's directly or it's collaterally, like you love somebody who has substance abuse issues, that you feel alone. And the more that we can hold space with others who are going through this, and the more that we can share our stories, we realize that we're not alone. That was another big purpose in writing this book.
Tell us how you arrived at the title. It's such an interesting one.
Yeah, I'm kind of I am a mythological geek. I geek out on that. And so sirens are half birds, half women. It's my understanding of sirens as the mythological creature. And sirens, when they cry, it's fatal to mortals. That's the mythology of it. And I felt that addiction is the modern day siren cry of my sister.
Yes, and so I remember in the story of the Odyssey, the sailors put their hands over their ears, and sometimes you have to put your hands over the ears to not hear their siren song. Is that right?
Exactly. And that's Odysseus that you're referring to. And he was the captain of the ship, and he told his shipmates, plug your ears with wax, and he tied himself to the mast so he wouldn't be lured in. There's also Odysseus, who was a musician, and he played the harp louder than the siren's song. And then there's muses, and muses are related to sirens, and their songs are songs of hope. And so in reading the book, I felt that the stories of these various warriors in mythology are similar to the stories that you'd read in Sister Siren. You'll find an Odysseus, and you'll find an Orpheus, and you'll find some muses. So it just really fit, Christina.
And then they all were offered some kind of intervention, right? Which is also a part of working with the addict, right?
Exactly. Each steps in to how they love an addict their way. And that's really what this is about. Each warrior steps in their way, whether it's singing their love way, whether it's singing or plugging their ears and getting through it, or singing songs of hope. It's how the siren's call is answered by the particular warrior.
Wow, that's so powerful. So what advice would you give to someone who loves an addict?
The advice that I would give to an addict is, well, here's the deal. Loving an addict is hard. There's no doubt about it. And there's people in your life that you just can't stop loving. I always tell my kids that there's people in your life for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. And when you figure out why this person is in your life, you'll figure out how to love them. And that's the best advice I can give.
Well, thank you for sharing your stories and your tips and tools in Sister Siren, a nonfiction about addiction, a field guide on how to love an addict. Thank you so much, Michaela Canterbury, and you can pick up her book on Amazon.com and independent bookstores everywhere.
Thank you, Christina.